Hey guys, so tonight we are going to be doing a cleaning of the Smith & Wesson model M&P 1522. This is one of my buddy's guns. He just picked it up from a pawn shop, so it does have the classic True Glow scope on it and a single mag pull flip up sight, full cant. So we're going to do a quick cleaning on it, and hopefully he'll watch the video so he knows what to do when I'm not around to clean it. So here we go. So you're going to start with, of course, making sure the weapon's clear. Alright, she's clear. So let's take that rear takedown pin out. Put it up, get that front takedown pin out. And now we've got our upper and lower separated by simply pushing the takedown pins through and out. We'll start with cleaning the lower real quick. I'm just going to do a pretty quick clean through on this. I'm going to use a little bit of the quick scrub as a pretty much a degreaser, a stripping agent. It's really similar to like a brake cleaner you use on vehicles, but it's polymer safe, which is what you want to use on firearms, because most guns, especially this one here, have a lot of polymer on them. So I'm just going to give it a quick wipe down, get inside that trigger mechanism, let that trigger fall forward. I'm not just going to press the trigger and let that hammer fall forward. So I'm going to guide it forward so it doesn't smash into that front section there of the lower receiver. It's actually pretty clean in here. It's really not too bad. Just a quick wipe, drop that back down, and put it on safe so that the hammer doesn't fall, damaging the front portion of that lower frame, or mag well, if you will. And obviously this doesn't have a buffer or a buffer spring because it is 22. Okay, let's set that to the side. Going with the upper here. I'm going to pull this back, exposing our bolt carrier as well as our recoil spring. I've never actually cleaned one of these before. I've only ever really taken them apart. Here's your charging handle. Again, plastic, which is fine. I mean, this is a 22, so you're really not going to be experiencing much recoil. And these things are a lot of fun. I've shot them a few times before. A good recommendation when it comes to shooting 22s, especially something like this, is keep it clean, keep it oiled, and if you can, try and run some good quality ammo through it. I really like CCI mini mags. They make a really nice 22 round. It seems to last. It seems to work. So again, I put some of that stripping agent in there. Yep, and that stuff evaporates really quick, similar to brake cleaner again. Get a little bit of oil up in there. For oil, I've just been using this REM oil because I bought a lot of it back in the day, and so I've just been using it up. But one of my favorite brands is that CLP, which I believe it's Lucas Oil that makes it. Yeah, Lucas Oil, this is really good stuff. It's readily available, it's pretty affordable, and it lasts. Obviously you don't want to use too much of it on every single gun, but use a fair amount, make sure you get enough in there. It's a good all-around lubricant as well as something to use while cleaning it. So when you use that stripping agent stuff, it strips out not only all the dirt and carbon deposits, but it also strips out any type of oil or lubricant you have in there. And for buying it from a pawn shop, this is actually in pretty good shape. I don't really see anything in here that indicates misusage or a lot of rounds downrange on it. Still a little perplexed on the singular canted front sight, but hey, to each his own, right? Looking pretty good in there. And our bolt, it's not bad. It's got quite a bit of carbon deposit on that front there. Looks like it's wiping off pretty easily though. Use a little bit of this. And you do want to be careful around this stuff with your optics. I mean, it's a True Glow, so I'm not crazy concerned on it, but if you have some nice optics, you don't really want to be spraying this stuff close to the glass, because then when you go to wipe it off, you might you got dirt in there, you'll wipe it all over the glass, and then you end up scratching the glass. So that's something to be aware of. If you have like lens caps, put them on. If you want to remove the optic, that's probably a good option. If you're afraid of losing zero, then you're not using the right mount. These are excellent cleaning tools here. It's pretty much like a Q-tip. Get a little bit of oil on it. Just trying to see how long this video's gone. My GoPro Hero 2 doesn't really last too long on a full charge. It's getting pretty old. So, you know, if you guys actually like these videos, and if I can, you know, manage it, I will definitely be upgrading my camera here real soon, because I definitely enjoy doing this. I just want to be able to, you know, make sure I make a good investment on a camera. It's actually worth my time to do all these videos, edit them, which I don't do much of that just yet. So hopefully it gets to that point. Okay. Looking pretty clean. I personally like to use gloves when I'm cleaning. I know a lot of people who don't care. That's each his own. I've been working with my hands for a lot of years now, doing mechanic work and construction, all sorts of different jobs, and you know, you can get a lot of crap on your hands and they dry up really fast. So I like to use latex disposable gloves. They're cheap, and right now they're readily available. I'm sure you guys remember not too long ago there was a shortage on them thanks to the well, I'm sure you know. Don't need to mention it, right? I see a lot of people getting demonetized for mentioning stuff like that. So, whoa, hey there, Butterfingers. Grab a little pick here, clean up some of that deposits in there. It's right on the head of the bolt. Oh yeah, see that? Definitely want to get that stuff out of there. Allows for that RAM cartridge to properly seat. Okay, try not to spend too much time on it. Try and keep these videos short and keep the audience there. Hopefully you're still there. What, we're 7 minutes in? You're probably gone. Whatever. Alright. And I'm going to use a bore snake. I really like these bore snakes. This is a very old one. As you can see, all the brushes have pretty much pushed down. I've got a new one. I've just, you know, got to use it up. Get it nice and oily. And I like to drop my bore snakes down the barrel the same direction as the projectile flies. Probably not necessary, as I've mentioned in prior videos, but I do it anyways. And sometimes these 22s can be a real pain in the ass to pull through, but that just means it's getting a nice, good, solid cleaning. We'll do it one more, and then we'll reassemble. Drop that weight down. And then, obviously there's no bolt in there, there's no ammo in it, it is clear, so I'm going to look down the barrel to ensure that the bore is looking clean. Yeah, looks good. I like to use just like a cheap flashlight for that. I don't like to use something bright and blind myself if I'm not careful. I'm a dummy. Okay, let's reassemble. Get a little bit of oil. This is a M Pro 7. It's a good gun oil. I really like using it. Stuff, again, that I've had around forever. So I'm just going to get a little bit of oil on the extractor where the bolt and the bolt head meets up with the barrel, the trunnion there. A few drops. Remove some of my excess hair from the bolt. You don't want that, right? Pretty much oil it up wherever you're going to see metal to metal contact. A little bit on the head, the extractor, the recoil spring. And I also like to carry a little bit of oil with me whenever I go to the range. You just never know. Sometimes other people might need it. Sometimes you might need it. Okay. Looks like I forgot the charging handle. That's fairly important. So you actually want to put that in first. Very similar to an AR. And then we're going to drop the bolt in. There we go. That's a little better. Get a little bit more oil in there. Again, metal to metal surfaces. Anywhere where you're going to see a lot of friction, get a little bit of oil up in there. And I've mentioned in prior videos there is such a thing as putting too much oil or over oiling it. If you're taking the rifle or the firearm out into the desert or the mountains and you're going to be seeing a lot of dirt, you want to make sure you use the right kind of oil. I think it's like a graphite oil is a little bit better for not attracting dirt. Someone correct me on that in the comments. Also, comment, subscribe, like. Help me grow this channel. If you like my content, let me know. Let me know how I can improve. Alright, so we're going to snap her back together. Just going to pretty much line up that front pin with that hole. Close it up. Push the pins through. Make sure they're fully seated. Oh yeah, that's nice. And then with the mag, you do have that exposed spring, so I'm going to just shoot a little bit of wrong stuff. A little bit of rem oil down in there, just to keep it from rusting. It's going to sit for a while, so we'll let that soak in. It's nice. Fun little 22. You know, these are a lot of people buy these just for training so that they don't have to run so much 5.56 or 2.23, which is obviously pretty expensive, especially right now, in comparison to the 22 long rifle, which is again what this runs, the Smith & Wesson M&P 1522. As you can plainly see, it's a very similar build to to a AR-15. Obviously, a lot more plastic too, so it's going to be much lighter. But nevertheless, it's a lot of fun and cheap to shoot. So there you go, guys. Smith & Wesson M&P 1522, and hopefully my buddy who lent me this little rifle will actually watch this and learn how to clean it himself. He's a new shooter on the scene, and I definitely want him to continue his love and passion for the firearm industry, because the more we've got on our side, the better we're off. So thanks guys for watching, appreciate it. Again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, help me grow this channel, and we'll see where we can go. Alright, have a good night. See ya.